So you're hearing a lot recently about President Joe Biden. So you may be wondering, okay, what will this president do when he gets to the White House? Well, to answer that question, of course, you would watch his press conference. That's the point of a press conference. Reporters ask the politician questions that you would like answered. But if you watched Joe Biden's press conference yesterday, you would have been pretty disappointed. On the other hand, if you want to know how truly inspiring Joe Biden is and how appalling his political opponents are, you were in luck.
I understand now. I'm going to take some questions. Megan, fire away.
What do you see as the biggest threat to your transition right now, given President Trump's unprecedented attempt to obstruct and delay a smooth transfer of power?
You just spoke of some of the dangers of the president's continued stonewalling of this transition, but it doesn't appear that the president is going to come around anytime soon and admit defeat. So what are you going to do? What is your message to Republicans who are backing up the president's refusal to concede?
I want to get your thoughts on the president's tweet over the weekend. Do you want him to concede?
President Biden, how bad is President Trump? It went on like this. Senator John Kennedy watched. He's, of course, representing the state of Louisiana. He's a Republican. He joins us tonight. Senator, thanks a lot for coming on. You notice flecks of saliva on Joe Biden's suit. Was that slobber from the press corps, do you think?
Tucker, I did watch the questioning of Mr. Biden, and I've watched the whole campaign. And look, you'd have to be a special kind of stupid not to see the disparate treatment between Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump. I think since he was selected by the managerial lead in the Democratic Party, I think the toughest question that Mr. Biden has been asked is, does he support children and prosperity? And probably the second toughest question is, does he like ponies? And this is very dangerous for our democracy.
Yeah.
You know, here's a newsflash. Politicians lie. Not always, but sometimes. They hide the truth. Why?
Notice.
Because it helps them hold on to power. And the role of a journalist is to hold those politicians accountable and to ferret out and safeguard the truth. And in doing so, journalists can't pick sides. Otherwise, they're not seeking out the truth. They've got to be equal opportunity a-holes, if you will.
Yes.
And too many of our journalists have started picking sides, and it will ultimately undermine their profession and democracy, because without truth, there is no trust. And without trust, there is no democracy.
Amen. So you've been in politics for a while. You're a United States Senator. Have you ever held a press conference at which the overwhelming majority of the questions consisted of, how horrible is your opponent?
No. I've never seen it like this. And I came into politics, not at the federal level, but at the state level, 25 years ago. And it used to be that journalists really were equal opportunity. I probably shouldn't use what I said before. I'll say jerks. They were tough. They were tough. Didn't matter what your party affiliation was. Their job was to ferret out the truth. But you know, there's an old adage that says, keep the company of those who seek the truth, run from those who already know it. I think many members of the press think they already know the truth.
There's something about watching reporters suck up to people in power that's really, really chilling. Far worse than attacking people with power. That's fine. Sucking up is dangerous. I agree with you absolutely and completely. Senator Kennedy, thanks a lot for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Tucker.